But and also a lot of guys, if they know you've slept with guys before, like very quickly, they're and they want to date you, but you're making them wait. They're just thinking like, what am I doing here? You didn't make him wait. And so a lot of guys get frustrated and just leave because it's like you slept with 3 guys on the football team, so why on earth am I waiting for this?
But then guys will do the same
But
thing.
then that just shows you wasn't serious in the first place. Then that just shows that you was just actually there for sex because
No,
Tom got it quicker than I did.
Harry.
no. It shows one, men value purity, so they don't want a girl that slept with a lot of guys.
But it's fine for them.
But it's fine for them to
how
do.
many.
Yeah.
Because men and women are different.
Mhm.
Like it's easy for us. You can walk outside. I could walk outside.
But we're all human, no? Okay,
What?
let me-
No,
let me-
I agree. We're all human. Like it's not like girls don't want to have sex, but it's valuable to a guy to have a girl that hasn't had as many experiences because it lowers your value the more people you slept with.
I find that
Sadly,
ridiculous.
sadly,
I find that
it's
so
true.
ridiculous.
But in society, it's true.
Why is that?
Society just made it like that.
It's a biological thing.
Yeah,
girls need
Yeah.
One at a
because
time, guys. One at a time.
Biologically, men and women are different. So historically, men had to ensure paternity. So they had to make sure that the woman that they were sleeping with, like that she was passing on his genes. And so we can't make our biological like need go away. The same way we can't help that we like men taller than us because historically we had to find a guy to protect us. It's just innate in them. They can't help it.
Yeah, it's funny because whatever preferences men want, women complain about it. Why? But why? But why do you want that? But why do you expect women to be like that? But why do you want a woman to submit to you? Why do you want a woman to cook for you? I'm not a slave, but for them, the preferences they have, I want him to be tall. I want him to be rich. Oh, if he doesn't have those things, he's not the man for me. They never budge. And they don't want the man to question their preferences.
It like how would you feel if you were dating a girl and you found out later, like after you were together, that she slept with 3 of your boys?
Oh my
No, that's his
God.
boys. Like,
Okay, no, let's say
Done.
three acquaintances. You don't know them well.
that's still the
I found out later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, no, I'd be fuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
You'd be
I knew
upset.
before, then
Acquaintances, of course.
I would have made a choice. Obviously, I wouldn't do
Oh,
it,
yeah.
but
Okay,
I would have
okay.
made a choice to be there. But if I know later and now I'm in deep, then I would be fuming because I've invested all this time, effort, money to know that there's brothers in and around me looking at me going, yeah,
Now,
Now it kind of makes
I've
you
been
look.
there.
now what if you waited a month to bang her and you found out that all of them slept with her on the first date?
Yeah, if that happens, most guys now obviously most guys don't know. They assume. But if any man who finds out that a woman made him wait 7 dates or 7 weeks, but the previous guys they got it on the first night, like most guys are they're gonna be tight. So you mean to tell me you made me take you to 7 dates, almost $700, so $100 on average for a date, and you made me wait because I'm such a nice guy, but these guys who are not good guys, who are assholes, who are toxic, you just let them hit? Like most guys look at that and like, no.
I'm fighting everyone.
Because a guy wants you to like view him as the best that like you can do. So if we're going around making one guy wait and giving it to another guy immediately, like to the guy, it's like you don't like him. You liked the
Yeah.
other guys more, and you're just settling for the other guy.
It's like a punishment. It's like you're punishing the guy for being a nice guy. And that's where the whole nice guys finish last comes from. It's like, no, these bad boys, let them clap the cheeks from the back on the first date. But you, since you're a nice guy, I'll make you wait for 2 months because you're such a nice guy. You're doing everything I want. So I'll pay you back by making you wait. So when guys see that, it's like, this is not a good deal. Like, why do the bad boys get to hit? And then me, the nice guy, I get to wait 1,000 years. And while I'm investing, it's not like I'm waiting and she's paying for the dates. No, she still expects me to bring the flowers, call her every morning, text her, check up on her, take her kids to school, pick up her kids sometimes, be a babysitter for her kids as she goes out with her girlfriends. I'm talking about, let's say she's a single mom, pay for her babysitter if we're going out on a date. But all the other guys before, even the baby daddies, didn't have to do all that.
right? Would you, men, is that,
Yeah, fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because men don't like to feel like they're being settled for at all, I don't think. I think
Not at
men like feeling like a woman is there to settle for him. Men, like you said, does like to feel like he is the best that woman wants, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
The thing is, I think you know, whoever you get as a partner, they want to be treated like a 10, and you want to be treated like a 10. Whether you are objectively in terms of beauty standards or not isn't the point. The kind of relationship you have with your partner, you should be each other's 10.
This is what I was
Do you get what I'm saying? But is that possible if like a 5 is going for a 10? I don't think so.
I don't
Well,
see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's the problem is I don't think that can happen where everyone gets their first choice because
Facts.
No.
especially nowadays, you have 80% of women sleeping with 20% of guys. So the 5 thinks she's an 8 because she's sleeping with the 8, 9, or 10. And so when she gets married, she's going to view her husband as less. That's another issue with sleeping with a lot of guys. Did you know if you sleep with more than 5 guys, your chance of a happy marriage after 10 years, it goes from 80% to 25%.
Yeah, so that's
Why?
that.
Why?
Yeah, casual sex.
Why?
Is something.
Because the more men you sleep with, you lose your ability to bond with each one.
Pair bond.
Yeah, I've seen that stat, but I think I don't know if it's entirely true. It could be a little bit true because imagine if a woman has dated 10 guys, one is tall, one is rich, one is poor, one is whatever, bald, one has a big mandingo, one doesn't, one has good sex, one doesn't. Like she has seen all of this. So for you so those are 10 guys. For you as the 11th guy to come in and you think you're going to do the world for her and she's just going to appreciate it. Let's say one guy took her to Dubai to put her on a private jet, right? Now you're competing in her head in the past with the guy who put her on a private jet, and all you can do is a Uber X. You know, one guy took her to Ruth Chris, expensive dinner restaurant. All you can do is Applebee's. Sure, you're a good guy, but she's going to be comparing. She has been used to a certain lifestyle from all these other different guys. And for you, she's going to be comparing you that whole time. So at the end of the day, she may be like, you know what? I've been with a guy who put me on a private jet. Why am I dealing with Boogie, who has to order Uber X for us to go out? Why is Boogie taking me to Applebee's when I was dating a rich man who was taking me out to Dubai? So she's going to do the math and be like, you know what? Fuck this.
Bonding.
Yeah, it's pair bonding. So if you sleep with one guy, you're going to compare the next guy to him. If you sleep
Yeah.
with 10 guys, you compare all 10. If you sleep with 20, you compare all 20.
And guys hate being compared to other guys.
Well, they hate being, but it makes you more divorced. Like,
Yeah.
you're not likely to be divorced, but you're more likely to leave if you did that because you're with your husband thinking about the last like 10 guys that maybe weren't as good as the one you married.
But damn.
Facts. Crickets. Crickets, they're like, oh shit. And these are the things women don't think about. They never think about these things. Because for them, it comes so natural that men want them. They always have men in their inbox, approaching them in public and things like that. So they never, ever stop to think about these things. And it's not, I guess that's not
you
their
okay?
fault.
Yeah, that's just mad. I think that's mad because like
Made you think, innit?
yeah, because wait, but mostly girls. Okay,
Speechless.
girls always go for like a relationship. So cool if they sleep with more than 10 people
More
and
than
then they
5.
find more than 5 people and they find someone, are they still gonna be okay? Cool, like he's not as best as Jake. Like
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that's. I don't think
it depends on the girl. It
Yeah.
absolutely depends on the girl.
Okay.
And it depends who she marries. Does she marry a guy that's better than all the guys she slept with, or does she feel like she's settled?
Most
Like,
of them say
I'll
no.
give you an example. If there's a guy, like for me, and I didn't realize what I was doing, right? But if there's a guy that to me is like a 9, right? And he's talking to me, I'm like, why are you talking to me? Because I just
Yeah.
immediately think that he wants like
Yeah,
sex.
yeah,
Because I'm like, you're a little out of my life. I feel like you just
out of my league type thing. Yeah.
And it's because, and I didn't realize that's an innate like response to not wanting to be alpha widowed. And an alpha widow is basically when you sleep with a guy that's so high value, no one else can compare. And so every guy, so your husband might pay for it, because you're sleeping with your husband wishing it was the other guy.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
And I don't know about you, but I've found that there's always girls always have one ex that they like can't get over.
Can't get over.
That they can't, that it doesn't matter who they date after, they're always thinking about that last ex. And when I was in college, I remember just thinking, wow, this is so weird. Like everyone's got that one, and that's everyone's alpha widow.
Yeah, and it's even worse. It's worse if the guy had money and was spending it on her. Because every other guy in the future coming after that guy, if he's not treating her to that kind of lifestyle, like I told you guys, if he's not putting on a private jet, if he's not taking her to expensive dinner dates, which I kind of understand why some of these women expect all men to take them to expensive dinner dates, because there could have been at least one or two guys who have done that multiple times. So they believe that's what men should do because they got a test of that kind of lifestyle. So I can't understand why some women, if not most, expect men to spend all money on them, because there has been one or two guys in their past who was willing to spend money without asking questions. So that's the whole point. For me, it's not even just about the sex only, comparing whose sex is better, the ex-boyfriend or the new guy. It's more about, for me, it's about the money issue. Because I'm telling you guys, if you date a woman who has dated a rich guy who was spending money on her, she's always going to compare you. She's going to be like, okay, James used to do everything and used to take me shopping. But you, Boogie, like, you ain't even doing nothing. Like, sure, you buy me tacos every now and then. She's always going to be thinking and wishing you were James. Let's say James had the money spending on her, but he was an asshole. She's going to be like, okay, Boogie's a nice guy, but he's broke. Compared to James, I'll be broke because I'm not willing to spend all the money, and I don't even have the money to take her to three vacations every year.
Like I'll give you a story. I tell this story all the time on my show. So there was a girl I went to school with. She was like the girl next door. You never would have known. She slept with a guy, or she was dating a guy for like a month freshman year. Okay. And they broke up because he was kind of a player. Like he cheated on her. Like I'm like, a month? Like that's so soon. Yeah, I know. Like you couldn't make it a month anyways.
Have you break?
Anyway, yeah. So like fast forward 4 years later, she's dating a new guy. This man treats her like a queen. Okay. He bought her a house. She bought her a house, moves her into the house.
Where you find him? Amazon?
They're still together. They're
You
still
find him on Amazon?
Yeah. No, they're still together to this day. I would say he probably wasn't as like good looking as the guy from freshman year, or had like as much of a smooth talker, but like good, reliable, responsible guy. Bought her a house, moved her in, all this stuff. We're at a party, okay, and
Oh God.
yeah, I'm at a party and she's there, and the guy that bought her the house isn't coming, but he's gonna get there in like an hour, okay, and I see her. She goes into the bathroom, and I'm like, why is that? Like, where'd she go? And
Don't say her name.
and she comes, I see her come out of the bathroom with the guy from freshman year.
For fuck's sake.
She was sleeping with him in the bath. I don't know how long or what happened. I just was like, and you never would have known because she was like the girl next door. And yeah, she's like still with the other guy today. And that's, so when I think of alpha widow, that's what I think of.
Was she drunk?
I don't know, probably. Yeah.
Not an excuse.
No,
I
I don't like. I wasn't super close with her like that. We were just on the like. We just like we're the same friends, right? But I was like, oh my god, this happened so long. This is for like she's probably hooking up with him the whole time. And so when I think of an alpha, like that's the problem when you get a bigger and bigger body count, is like you're more likely to find a guy that like next guy can't compete with.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, man, shout out to Parley Things. Like I told you guys, if you guys ever so unfortunate to date a woman who has dated one or two rich guys who are spending money on her, because it's one thing for a guy to be rich, but he also has to be willing to spend the money. So if you guys date a woman who has been flown out, maybe she has been a private jet, you know, the guy used to send her money every month, like it's gonna be tough for you to impress her because she has seen it all. So she's always going to be comparing you to the guy who was sending her cash up every month.